Okay, it's working. Turn that off. It's quite the spectacle to see my wife backing in here yet the other day. She's everywhere. Okay, here we go. Inflate the freaking tire. Well, that ain't happening. So right now it's -4. Yesterday it got up to something like 8. And it's cold out. Very chilly. It is. Oh, adjust the mirror. I don't want to be looking at myself every time I go in the mirror. Okay, so there's only been one guy on this road today. And that's my neighbor. You can see his tracks down the road in front of us. And welcome to Tobias again. He's got I don't know what happened, but I don't know if there's a lot of people named Tobias in the world, but it's a nice name. But anyway, welcome to all the new subscribers, and what we're doing today is I gotta head off to the city. I'm gonna check out my feet again. Whenever they do. And what else here? Oh, I gotta deliver a bunch of gifts to the doctors and stuff like that. It's always good to keep them on your good side. Oh wow, that's bright. Sure glad I don't work. Having to head into the city every morning into the sun and then come home from the city. Right now it would be in the dark, but won't be long and we'll start having longer days, so I'm going to look forward to that. What's today, the 12th? So 9 more days, I think. Something like that. I got a freaking dry cough too. It just drives you nuts. And the young fellow there at the signpost, Ian, he's 26, and that's time's flying by. That's a better way to park there, Melissa. You just back up and go. But if you backed in, you would be closer to the garage. Oh, Jesus, this guy's got half the barn there. Tap it over. Man, this guy works. He's busy every day. Every time I go by here, it's amazing how much he's done. Okay. Yes, yesterday and the day before, it started about 6 o'clock on Sunday, and it rained to around 6 o'clock. So 24 hours, there's nothing but rain coming down, and lots of it. Sometimes it was pretty heavy. You couldn't hardly see up the road. You couldn't see the mailbox from inside the house. That's how fast it was coming down. And you can tell there were big drops too. And there's quite a few roads washed out. All the creeks are real high. I forgot to look at that one behind us there. There's one little one here. She's freaking nippy out. Okay, what do we got here? It's not too bad there. A lot of water can disappear in a short period of time. Do that now. But the ground's frozen, that's the problem. So all the water in the woods, it'll only stay in the low-lying areas, but everywhere else, it just keeps going downhill into the creeks. There's ditches still running. Oh yeah. Watch out for the freaking potholes. somebody commented on the Dorn Ridge Facebook page. They kind of like winter because that's when all the potholes get filled up with ice. But you can see there's a lot of washboard on here. That's like ripples, like waves. And when you hit it, it just about takes your teeth out. Well, here we are. So, what time is it here? 10:30. And my appointment's at 2, and I got to do a lot of ripping around here. And I hope this friggin' thing doesn't screw up my day here. I can make a video. I don't make very many videos this month. What the hell's he got in there? Oh, it looks like he got a load of wood, maybe. Well, what do we got here? Let's go over this way. No, that's not too bad. And I do got to remember there that these roads could be pretty icy. Alright, here we go. Just another little section or two, and then it's we're on the chip seal. Chip seal is all it is a bunch of tar, and then they throw tiny rocks into it, and the cars flatten it down into the tar. That's it. And we would like to get chip seal all the way down to our house. It was promised at one time, and when we moved here in 2016, you needed to have a four-wheel drive to get out this part of this road here. It was bad. They were saying that before that, they used to have to take the school bus up to pick up the kids and drag it up with a cat, which is like a bulldozer. Okay, good. Nothing to put in my mouth to keep my dry mouth going here. Got a lot on my mind lately. You can almost get a tree right from the side of the road here. We don't have any tree at our house. We had one year when we first got there, Nick brought in, I think that was in Christmas of 2016. He went and cut down something like 20 feet, tried to get it into the dog store, the big patio door. And then we tried to set it up. Holy frig, the thing was touching the roof. There's what, you can cut it in half and use that. Well, we chucked that bugger right out. Excuse me for the language there. Anyway, and just like when we lived in Abu Dhabi, that's in United Arab Emirates. Anyway, we had all these artificial trees and stuff. And they're like, I don't think, the biggest one was not even 3 feet tall. So you just stick them on around different places. You can still make it look Christmassy in there. And they were pretty good about Christmas. You could go to all the malls. They'd have a great big freaking tree up there inside the malls. A couple of them, they had, I don't know, it must have been 30, 40 feet. It went up about 3 stories or more. Anyway, can't be bothered to go out and get a tree. Just let it grow. There's quite a bit of water there. And this one it's roaring pretty good through there too. Imagine. life. There's a couple of unsightly places along here. This is another one. Oh, geez, here's a bunch of racks laying there on the pallet. Excuse me. And the wife wanted me to go here. Why did she want me to go there? She wanted to shake the friggin' cover over our big bed there. And I said, no, no, no. I still have a list. So the first place we're going to go is to the mission, or whatever they call it, and drop off a snowsuit for a baby and a bag of other stuff for whatever. I think they're for kids. But the grandkids, they're not going to use them anymore. And there's a double birthday party there in town, and I don't think we're going to go to that either. Like I say, I haven't been feeling right up to anything lately. Stomach's always sore. Sickly feeling. Like a flu, but it's not. Okay, what we got here? Oh, buddy. Alright. Just crank that neck around. Hey, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, the water's way up. Tree in the water. So it must have been really ripping down there. Okay, let's go here now. Oh, there's a nice oddwell there. That's a big track machine where you put 4 guys working in it, and all their tools, and it's got a pickup box on it. The tracks must be about 3 feet wide. They go pretty near anywhere here. Except I don't think that version floats. Yeah, there's a few trees blowing down here. Another one there. That's an old one. And there's another one there. There's usually some here all the time. Every time the wind comes up, something gets knocked down. They used to say back in the sailing days that this place was an ideal place in New Brunswick to get these great big masts for their sailing ships. Okay, into the sun again. Here we go. It's bright out here. Oh, don't forget your lotto ticket. I haven't bought one for a while. Yeah, you won $10. I kind of didn't want to blow that. But here we go. Look at the salt on the road. You can see all the white compared to the black. They have sanding trucks coming down here. Steady. Trying to keep the road safe for the folks. So they were saying there was a lot of trees down, but I don't see any. Not too many anyway, the odd one. Usually see more of that in the city when there's only like a tree, a lawn, a tree, another lawn. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, that's our mail lady, I think. Oh, that's a male guy. Amazon, maybe, who knows? Oh, it's getting windy in here. turn that down a bit. -3, so maybe it'll get up to close to 0 today, I hope. So far, that's been pretty good there. The battery's holding up. The banks of the river down there are pretty high. There used to be a rail line running through here. It actually crossed the road right here. And then it followed the river for a bit. But they don't use that anymore. They tore all the tracks up. I don't know what they did with it. It would have been nice to be able to get a chunk of it. There goes an old guy. Jeez. Muscle shirt on and everything. Pretty brave soul there. I think that the guy that cuts their firewood, he's done for the season. $300 a cord. That's a lot of money. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. So maybe we'll knock a maple or two down this year and an oak or something. We'll see. We'll take a look and see how easy it is to get it into the back of the mower and lug it up. But that probably won't happen till fall, because I'm thinking that I'm supposed to get an operation in the spring, so 3 or 4 months from now. They gotta take some spurs out of my shoulder and smooth it up a bit. Take some. Ooh, look at that water there. That's high. Very high. Yeah. East today. I gotta pay attention here because I didn't get much sleep last night. I think I'll get a milkshake today. See if that helps my stomach. I gotta think of where to go get one. A Dairy Queen maybe. And get a burger. And I don't think red meat's agreeing with me anymore. I don't know. We don't eat a lot of it now. I had some last night. The missus made probably her best casserole I've ever eaten. And I don't usually like to eat casseroles. And she makes them all the time. And she loves her pasta. And I'm not a big guy on that. I did start to like the spaghetti, but that took a while. I did my spaghetti when I was younger because I used to get it in, just open up a can when I come home from the bar. That or a can of ravioli. Wow. I'm lucky to have made it this far. The way I carried on when I was younger. Pretty wild boy. There Where's that damn sign? That's straight ahead, so that's not bad. We're going to go down Sunset Drive today. Drop that stuff off, look at the list, and head to the next place. There's only a couple of people that we give gifts to now. We used to give to everybody before, but things are a little tight now. Nope, give this guy some room to turn. That's my boy. Okay, we're good. Friggin' big gravel truck over there. Well, man. Welcome to Douglas. There we are. There's a tree that's been gone for a while. There's a dead something here. Looks like a porcupine. 151.9 for a liter, which is not a lot of fuel when you think about it compared to what a gallon is. I remember in my first car I had, well, the first 2 cars, 3 cars, the price of fuel was like 50 cents a gallon. And my Volkswagen, although it didn't run all the time, that thing was, geez, I think it was 1959. It had cancer, the eye, or his head, keep it all that long. And I ended up getting another one, a Charger, which was nice, and I was 69. That'd be around 74, 75 maybe. That thing was a lot of fun. Had a set of normal sized tires and rims on the front, and then on the back I had these great big wide ones. That was a lot of fun. Then I got married, and I ended up with going backwards, I think it was a 64 Buick LeSabre. That had seen better days. And then I started getting a bunch of pickup trucks. I don't remember all those years. Just gotta stay awake today. I didn't have a coffee. All I had was a large glass of milk. Yeah, but believe me, it's hot. Oh, I gotta get a drink soon. It's like I got fur in my mouth. Or moss growing. Yeah. Yeah, the roads are pretty good, and all the snow we had, there was only like 4 inches, vanished yesterday. And then last night there was a dusting of snow just to put a little bit white again. So we could be having green Christmas here. And I do suspect, that's our mail lady right there. I do suspect that we're going to have a lot more green Christmases here And usually February is the coldest month of the year here. Might get minus 20 now, but back in the day, my wife was talking to some old guy down the road, and he was saying to her that minus 30, minus 40 wasn't uncommon in the winter here. I'll tell you, a couple of winters ago when our geothermal unit went out, and I was heating the house with the fireplace, we could only get it up to about 50 degrees. And I couldn't sleep very good because I was always getting up to keep firing wood in there. We burned a lot of wood that winter. Well, they figured it out. The motherboard went on it. So they went in back to their company warehouse. And the old guy there that was running the warehouse was supposed to order a new one. I kept phoning, and he says, oh, there's shipping problems, there's a delay here, delay there. And after 3 weeks of that, I was fed up. So I found the company. They were in some place in Ontario, outside Toronto, I think it was. Markham or something like that. But anyway, on Google Maps, I wrote a review. Geez, if I didn't get a letter back within the hour, the guy wanted to know what was the problem. And I told him, I says, you're not shipping it. He says, I'll check it out. I'll get right back to you. Well, as it is, they didn't have an order to come down here for me. Oh man, I was upset. So they shipped it right away. That was $600. And apparently, because I talked to the young guy here that comes and services it, we get it serviced twice a year, and I think we pay I don't know, $50 or something a year, or $100 a year for them to come out and make sure it's all running good and there's no problems. Oh, I got to turn here. We'll take you into a different way than the other way I usually come in. And they might even have some Christmas stuff up down here. And that guy can't go until that guy got this gun. This very corner here, coming the other way, my wife picked me up after the Hurricane Albert hit the city. There was no lights for at least a week or two in most places, 3 or 4 weeks in others, right? And she picked me up in a nice white-looking Grand Cherokee. No, it wasn't. It was a little car. It was and we had to go back and get a bigger one. So anyway, that corner back there, I must have been yipping and yapping at her, because I had to spend an extra day in Toronto, and I had to fight to get a hotel room paid for. Anyway, I swear she took that friggin' corner on 2 tires. Man, we were just drifting across there. And she wouldn't let me drive until we got to our own road, the Dorn Ridge Road. And then, there was no power out there. It was dark. Really dark. Oh, right. There's, I gotta go up here. This is where the mission is. What do we got here? I think it's a ways yet. A wee way down the road. Let's hope somebody's there to take it. This is a church group. If you go and give it up to that Value Village, it's just a bunch of guys that owns a company that makes it like they're really helping out the poor. And that's not the case at all. They might give a little bit of their money to charity or whatever, but the bulk of it goes to these guys that whoever owns that company. So Value Village, you go up there and you give them dishes and stuff like that, and then they resell them. Okay, this is where I gotta go right here. And we got to go down here. And we got to go right here. Ring the doorbells. It is. Okay. Open that. Be right back. Ugh. Okay. Oh, some socks. There we go. I was at the point of I was going to leave. Okay, now we can look at the list again here. Okay, that's done. Now, the doctors and Dr. Graham. So where am I here? Let's go to Dr. Graham's first. Deliver the gifts. No. Okay, what time I got? 3 hours. So we gotta deliver. I think I'm gonna go to the dentist first. Okay. Then we can get some dog food. See up the back. No. Looks like car wash. Let's see what we can see out the rear view here. Boy, this is hard. Getting in and out of the car now. Okay, what are we doing here? Get rid of look at that. That's a little better. You ever notice that when you go to the car wash, they got the blue, yellow, brown kind of soapy stuff that goes on your car? I didn't stay away from the car wash for a while yet. Okay, let's go to the dentist. Okay, let me see if there's any Christmas lights down here. Stuff. They usually decorate this road up here. Oh, there's there's a lot of dirt there. Yep, let's get her. Get her, pat her. Let's get at her. Oh, there's the Punjabi kitchen. I think that's the only place in town here that sells biryani, which is a very tasty dish. I think it's East Indian, actually. Whoa, slow down there, boy. There is a school here. And this used to be a fish and chip place, then it was a Chinese buffet, and now it's an Asian food market in there. When the fish and chip place was in there, they used to have a train, quite a large scale train, driving around on the roof, or up in the ceiling here. It looked pretty neat. I don't think it ever ran, but it did look pretty neat in there. Okay. Red light. Green light. Here we go. There's another place over here too on the right. What's it called? Oh, not there, no. See the need. It's you can bring your old furniture and stuff like that in there, and they resell it to help people out. And I think there's another one up here somewhere. I think it's just there's a Salvation Army thrift store there. I remember when I worked out west and worked in a gas plant, and nights were always cool. Days were, in the summertime and that. So what I ended up doing, I went into a Salvation Army place one day just to see what the hell we got in there. And I had myself a leather jacket for like $10. And I mean, it wasn't new or anything. And I used to wear that at work all the time. And then when it got colder than that, I'd put a vest on over top of it. And then when it finally got really cold, then I don't wear any of that, and I just put on a great big heavy parka the company paid for. They paid for your boots, 4 pairs of boots a year. They gave you fire retardant coveralls and a big fancy jacket for the winter, which is mighty nice, eh? Yeah, what's today? Tuesday. It's a little bit of a kerfuffle this morning. When I went to take my pills, there was no pills in the container there. So I'm thinking what happened. Cars here. This is dangerous coming out here. There we go. All right. Ripping on. Nope, don't need the blinker no more. Let's see. We'll go up the hand well, then I can just. Most of the stuff I have to go to is on the right. Just have maybe 2 left turns. Well, I'm kind of disappointed. Where's all the Christmas lights and stuff? Usually decorated up the old city pretty good. Maybe they don't do that anymore. Ooh, look at the water out there. It's big. That's the St. John River. Starts up in America, and if you follow it, it goes way up there. And then it comes down through this part of the province, the western side, from north to south. And it ends up going into St. John. Yeah, I don't think you need an umbrella today there, buddy. This is the Governor General's mansion on the right, behind that fence. And that's up New Brunswick. Then you got another guy up, or a woman that does it up in Ottawa. They represent the crown. I guess it's King Charles now. This Delta Hotel used to be called the Diplomat, like the restaurant down here. Not really into much in the way of buffets anymore. Yeah, the cemetery. Yeah, we're going up here. Where's that guy going? He's trying to pass or what? Oh, yeah, I got it. As long as that looks like a chipping truck. It is. So they're cleaning up all the branches here. Oh, dude. Come on now, boys. So this is the Hanwell Road. This goes straight out to Harvey, way out of the city, which is I don't know, must be 30 miles out there. There we go. Washed off the rear window. You can see what's coming up behind me. It's always nice. You can't see behind you because of the sun in the mirrors. It's nice to know if you can look out the back and you can see if a policeman's trying to pull you over. Sometimes they don't have their sirens going blasting at you. And here's the law, you gotta pull over, no matter which way it's coming. Slow down to a stop till the emergency vehicle is passed. I need to look at that list again. I think I could do kind of a loop to get back downtown. 3 hours almost. Oh, we may have missed the light here. We did. Prospect Street. This used to be all woods, I think, something like 30, 40 years ago. guy's going next, and then we're gonna go. Oh, those guys can still go. Where the hell did that guy go from? They're running the Reds, boys. Okay, just gotta run in here real quick. The old dentist. Somebody's already parked there. So, we can see if the mirror works. Or the backup camera lined up. That's close enough. Okay. Whoa. I want to hit that. I don't need no bad news today. Okay, I can't see how far it is here. Close enough. I'm just gonna leave you running. I won't be. Oh, I gotta get it, I guess, first. Okay, who's this guy? Nope. Must be in the back. Nope. There it is. Okay, here we go. Friggin' candy canes. There, that was quick. There. Oh, what's this little car here? Oh. See that old girl's got her all chromed up. It's peyote or something. Okay, a Yoda. Alright, everybody's clear. Let's go. Oh. And there's another doctor's office down there around there. I had to take poor Max in there to get a couple of shots. That wasn't a pleasant thing for the little guy. if you don't see them all the time, like Max, I was his go-to guy because I kind of was raising him there since he was about 5 months old. And I didn't see him for like a couple of months. And when he seen me, he smiled and all that, but he didn't come up to me like he usually did for whatever I offer him, I guess, whatever he takes from me. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, those are real trees on the side of that building. Yeah, my friend worked there as an instructor, a teacher at Eastern College there. It's a computer place. And he passed away a few years ago, and I planted some trees in honor of his memory up Lover's Lane. And I found out that this year they made a scholarship in his name to give to some. Okay, here we go again, into the sun, and we're on our way home. And this is a good place to be, to go home. Well, that was great. I got 2 ingrown toenails are fixed. Man, you got a cowboy up for that. Oh, now what? Come on, let's move up. There we go. We gotta beat the traffic here. Alright, we did it. And I might have enough money for coffee. Let's go and get one. So I need something to drink on the way home. Today I had a different thing. I had this thing on my mind on the way in. I ended up getting a double cheeseburger and the zipper merge. Come on now, get over. I had a vanilla milkshake. Wow, was that ever good. When you go to Dairy Queen, they make them real thick that they can turn them upside down and it doesn't fall out of the cup or whatever it is. And I seen how much it was the amount of ice cream that they put in there, and before he whipped that up. But it was pretty good. The hamburger, not so. But oh, it's 0 degrees now. That's good. It's the warmest it's been all day. Okay, here we got a turn here. On Maple. Oh, we missed the turn signal. Oh, that's where McLean Sports is now. They used to be down on the road back there, opposite of Tim's. Oh, we're not going this time. Now you got to pay attention. Okay. Himself a bale of straw from the co-op that's up there too, at the same place. We've bought that before. Wife uses it in the garden. Okay, here we go. Beep, beep. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. There we go. Ooh la la. Yeah. Right. Huh. A whole bunch of dishes on that apartment there. I don't know how they do that nowadays. That's got to be for TV. I remember, oh, maybe 20 years ago, you could buy yourself a satellite dish, and they had some way of, I can't remember how it went, being able to get all the channels for free. We haven't had it. I don't know, I think the last time we had TV was 9 or 10 years ago. The internet's got enough to entertain you. Oh, and I watched an interesting movie last night called The Townie, I think it was, or The Town. And Ben Affleck was one of the guys in there as a star. And they were bank robbers, armored cars and stuff like that. And they were from Charlestown, Boston. And when they came up with the beginning of the movie, it said that Charlestown is where the highest percentage of bank robbers and armored car thieves come out of that district. So I went on Google Maps to see how big it is and where it was. Geez, you know, it's not too far away from where you work. It's like on the other side of the highway. At least I'm going to have to ask you about that. And if you watch this video before I ask you, this is a reminder so you can tell me whether that's how close you work. You said where you worked. Anyway, I thought it was pretty neat. These guys, the movie, they had they had these automatic military grade firearms with big clips on them. And, I think I'm going to take a shortcut. Well, I could. I guess we'll go this way. It's a big lineup. Yeah. Ooh-wee. And there's the traffic circle right on there, yonder. But they were talking about these guys robbing there, man. They didn't think twice of, you know, although it was a movie, I could see it happening. But what was interesting was the guy that organized all these robberies, you were using armor-plated ammunition, or steel jacketed, I guess it is. And what they were doing was trying to shoot out the blocks out of the police cars so they could pursue them. But the way the graphics went in the movie, if somebody opened up on you in your car or whatever, or a van or whatever it might be, and they started dumping a clip at it, it's amazing how many bullets hit all over the place. Just bing, 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 bing. Holes everywhere. Oh well. That doesn't happen too often here. Well, geez, I had a pop when I left the doctor's office there earlier. That friggin' thing was $3.50 or something. There we go. Gonna put this somewhere it doesn't fall on the floor. There we go. Up. Ford F-150, the #1 selling truck in Canada. Probably North America. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, we got two guys coming. Get this freaking change purse. I wonder if that's my neighbor 2 cars up in that van. I guess we'll see when he makes the corner here. He took a picture of off his game camera, and he had a good half battery's dead. I think so. It was chirping. I hope not. Still blinking there. Yeah. Tim, Subway. Quite popular here. No, that doesn't look very good. Where the tailgate meets the bottom there, you can see all these rivets and stuff like that there. That don't look good. It's like it's missing a piece of trim down there or something. Or maybe his bumper's bent. Huh. They sure have some neat ideas now for what you can get for options for tailgates, the truck bodies and stuff like that. And when I was a young fellow, you could buy a truck, a pretty good one, for $30,000, and now they're like $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 for a pickup. I don't even know if you can get some cheap thing. Or what's the cheapest you can get? There, it's nice not being in the sun there until we turn the corner here, I guess. Let's see. That's not his truck. He's lucky he gets to take a company van home out by our house from here. So he saves quite a bit of fuel. And we'll get a large double-double. Yeah. Come on. Probably wants one of those latte things. Strawberries. Come on, get your coffee and go. Alrighty. Oh, jeez. Wow. That's okay. Large double, please.
Anything else?
No.
Water?
Thanks. Oh, wow. That's bright. Ooh, I gotta drop the visor here. Hang on. We'll be turning away from this in a minute. There it is. $2.50. It's $2.40. Excuse me. Now I gotta stay awake till I get home. Wow. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Pile of money in there. Oh, van here the other day. All them kids around it. He's thinking about coming out and visiting us on Thursday. Good grief. You have no idea how much work's involved looking after those little guys. They're busy. You gotta find the older one something for him to do, so he just does it. The little girl, a lot of times she'll sit there and watch. I'll turn on Netflix and I'll go to the kids' Cocomelon or some damn thing she watches. But after about 10 minutes of that pretty well wears you right out. Okay, here we go. Drive at 3:37. Oh, it's been a long day. It's about a little more than 5 hours out here. Now, which way do I want to go home? I could go this way, with most of the light at my back. It's okay, we'll go this way. I might have to put my glove on. That coffee feels pretty warm there, with the mitt. There we go. Not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday, you couldn't even see it in the back of the field there, the mailbox on front. Let me see if we can see the water here. Should be still ripping down there. Well, it's not too bad, but it's high. It moves really slow through there, so you don't always see like all the ripples, the rapids, rapido. Wow. Oh, that's flooded over there. It's just like spring. Go skating on there when it freezes up again. We used to live just outside St. John, which is south of here, at a place called Fairvale. And you could get on the Kennebecasis River because we had a house right on the river, and you could skate 20 miles. used to have some fun. Some of the older kids did it more than we had a chance. Like, if we got lucky, they would let us go. But what they did is they had I think it was an old 56 or 57 Chev, almost like a stock car. They put a great big long rope on the end of it. They had studded tires on this thing, and they tied a rocking chair with metal runners underneath it, and they would pull you as fast as they could get that car to go. And then they start making a turn, and the ice was clear and it was smooth, but there were still ridges in there. And when you start going in one of these big power turns, man, I'm telling you, that rope must have stretched another 50 feet. And then, if you're lucky, he would slow down, you can get off and let somebody else have another ride. Must have cost those guys a pretty penny. Put all the gas in there, but mind you, it was pretty cheap back then. Ooh, that's hot. Don't taste very good either. Alright, speed limit 70 right here. Yeah, the sun will be going down in about 2 hours from now. Somewhere around 5 o'clock. And here we go. So, that'd be a good time to clean up the sides of the road back there. You can see like here, where they come down there with their machines, where they can run the thing that trims trees and it does the ditches, like a bush hog on the end of a truck on a telescopic boom. You clean all those ditches up in the winter, because you can see it a lot better now than with all the leaves on them. You grind it right up and just leave it where it lays. There we go. Blink, blink, blink. It's hypnotic, that. It's like driving in the snow with the sun shining through those trees. I'll tell you, a double-double doesn't taste very good. I miss my sugar here. Sold. There's a nice big house up there. The wraparound veranda. Hidden driveway. Gotta be one of these. Oh, somebody turned off behind me. Well, I was a little disappointed. I was expecting lights everywhere. Maybe they don't put them up yet. And away we go. Just keep on trucking. Yeah, I guess we fared fairly good there. We didn't get a lot of damage from the high winds. They were saying that they were over 100 kilometers an hour. Guess up to 160 or something. That'll rip the siding off your house. Yeah. Nope, slow down. Our road wasn't too bad this morning. It'd be a little mushy now, right now. Perhaps. And we can drive away from the sun soon. Oh, there's a big tank. Okay. 30 tons across the dam now. Oh, wow. Man, I'm telling you, when she was digging out that friggin' thing out of my toe, wow, that hurt. She must have done it 4 or 5 times to finally get the piece out. They're not very big chunks, but boy, that hurts. And to think, I'd bring her a present every year for her to torture me. The only difference between her doing my feet and my wife doing my feet is she only hurts my toes sometimes when it's necessary. My wife hurts every toe, all the time. So I couldn't wait to get signed up for this thing. I've been going there for over a year now, maybe 2. They used to come to the house, which was really good. Oh, I think we can go faster now. Getting pressured from behind here. See that house there on the hill? That's because the water rises up so high. Anybody that built really low to here, you can see on the left. I don't know if you can see or not, but the water's in the field right now. And in the spring, if there's a lot of runoff, this road will be buried underwater for a few weeks until it runs off or runs away. Which is quite remarkable because of the amount of water that comes down. Yeah. This road could use some repaving. You see all the patches, and there's some pretty hefty grooves in here. Somewhere around here, my wife went on an icy, snowy day She did almost a 360. She did a couple of 180s, she said. One way and then the other way. And after that, she slowed down. That's what it takes sometimes. Ooh, that coffee's still hot. Yeah, corn's going. I don't think I have to go this fast. Excuse me. There we go. I got a kick up here. This is where the train tracks used to go across the road, and they had a gate at one end on the left-hand side. And the guys would come down here after the NB Power put the gate up, fix it. The next night, they'd come down here with their cutting torch or whatever they were using, and they would cut it off, the whole gate. Maybe it was back there. I got a chuckle out of that. And that road that goes to Dorn Lake on the bottom of the hill at our house, Irving dug it up. So nobody, because there was a guy down the road that's got a camp, and the bugger, he was cutting wood on Irving's property. What's going on here? So Irving, to retaliate, just dug it up so he couldn't get in there anymore. That was kind of funny. And some of the locals the next night went down there, tractors, and filled it back in. But there's not that many people go down that road anymore. Down past the lake. You can make a loop out in the country here with, if you know your way around. They say you can go all the way up north on Irving roads, and all you do is cross main highways all the way up. He's got a road that delivers wood in the woods, so you don't really get to see it much. All this wood being taken down to the mills. And I think it was a $3.89 for a 2x4. That the grains, and when you look at the growth rings, the tree is like maybe 15 years old at the most. So they're really big at putting, I think, there we go. It's monoculture. And I watched an interesting video last night. Two of them. Or actually, it was just the same one. On the Great Famine when the Irish get potato famine there. Now they only had one kind of potato there, this Irish lumper it was called. And when it got a disease, they got it maybe from North America or somewhere else, I don't know where. But it infected the entire crop, and within 2 years, there was no potatoes, so there was no food for everybody, because that's all they ate mostly was potatoes. Yeah, it was interesting. But that's monoculture. Now in New Brunswick, potatoes, it's a big deal here. If we go up the river from here into potato country, most of the world's French fries come from up here, or Prince Edward Island. Tons. I watched the video at the same time on how they make French fries. That was pretty neat. The stuff that goes involved in getting these nice potatoes. Each potato gets inspected quite a few times before it goes to your plate. You get washed a couple of times, and they're sized. Whatever, there's a whole bunch of things they look at. Oh, this guy tilled up that field. There's usually corn in there too. Okay. Yep, she was ripping there yesterday. Well, I think it's safe to say I made it home. And I've hardly drank any of this coffee. I might have to throw some in the microwave, put some extra sugar in it. Kind of defeats the purpose of losing weight, but my weight gain and loss has always contributed to fluid retention, I guess. From yesterday to today, I went up 5 pounds, which is quite a bit. Oh, there's an excavator wiggling. Bitty bitty bing bang bang bang. There we go. I guess these boys are done. They're not siding right now. And he was cutting all his own wood for a lot of that, I guess. He's got a little sawmill and making it pay for itself. I would love to have one of them up at our place. Oh, I got that. He's still standing there. And they're going to sell. They're going to Newfoundland, I guess. Not a lot of work up there. There's no fishing. So I don't know what they do. For a living. But it's a beautiful place to go and visit. They call it the Rock. Like a big island out there in the Gulf of the St. Lawrence in the Atlantic Ocean. I've seen quite a few videos on there catching great whites and whatnot, these big blue sharks. And it's surprising where they catch these things. Sometimes they're fishing really close to shore and they'll snag one. But as far as I know, nobody's ever been attacked by a shark up there. Anyway, that lived to tell about it. There's a coffee cup right there. Okay, here we go. We are now on the bottle run. -2, so temperature's starting to drop. And we're still blinking, so I picked up 2 good batteries. I'll have to record the numbers when I get the clips off of the camera, off the memory card. And I want to keep track of it for a while because I got a couple of batteries, they just die right away. So if that's the case, I might as well just chuck them out. We don't need the visor now. And we should slow down because this is the time that deer come out. As the sun sets, the woods comes alive. And most of the domestic animals go to sleep. And the reason for that is we don't attack him. Oh, look at the freaking wood he's got there. I don't know how many cords he's got, but it's quite a bit to work. He does that because he wants to keep busy, he said, when he retired. I keep busy taking it up, picking it up off the driveway. Oh, well. Probably have another fire tonight. We didn't have one last night. It was like it cook you out of the house at 8 degrees outside. And here we go. And here we are. We're up in the Dorn here. Dorn Ridge. It starts back there, but I consider it from here. That old house there on the left, they always have laundry out, and they put a Christmas tree up every year. Just to keep the guys from going in there and stealing it. All the wiring and whatnot. This guy up here on the left, he's a construction foreman. And he's the guy that gets to take one of those great big tool vans home. He's in good with the owner. That's what really helps. Yeah. And we'll see what this guy did today. You hire that guy, that farmer on the right, you should pay him double for what he does, because he does about 4 times the work of 4 men every day. I don't know how he does it. Little French guy. Ex-military. I think he drove a truck or something. And we're almost home. You gotta slow down for this hill. And the other one, because you're still going down when it turns. And if it's slippery, you don't get the turn sometimes, you go straight ahead. And And this is the old Dorn Lake Road. You can see big water holes in there. And these guys that got tractors around here, when they gravel the road, they're out there with their tractors scooping it up. Which is not right. But that's okay, I don't care. And here we go, up the Washboard Hill. There we go. And we got a couple of spots on this road. There's a spring underneath it that bubbles up in the springtime. Makes a big soft spot. One's around here somewhere and one's back there. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got mail. Okay, line this beast up. Put the coffee down. Ooh-wee, that's bright. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if that's all of it or not. Maybe I'll back up. Yeah, that's the works. And we better put it in drive. There we go. So thanks very much for coming along the little trip with me today. It's always appreciated. Someone to talk to. And the mods will be barking like crazy here. That should be good enough. Au revoir, boys. That's good. The battery lasted. Okay, I gotta go do some whistling here. Cheers.